Hello, everybody. This is Overlord Bell, and welcome to 2024. Hope y'all are having an amazing start of your year. My year has been all right so far, but to start off the New Year's with this year in WoWs, I'll be covering the highly anticipated, the Tier 10 U.S. BattleCruiser, the Rhode Island. Now, the Rhode Island will be available during the USCV event as part of the random bundle drop. Now, each bundle costs 2,000 doubloons, with there being 46 bundles in total. While you get a discount for buying in bulk, I definitely don't recommend gambling specifically for her. But if she pops up as the first reward, best use of your 2,000 doubloons or $8, the price of a cheeseburger. I'm not sure if it'll be available for anything else in the future. They haven't really told us CCs if she'll be available for anything else, so we'll have to just wait and see. Hopefully she'll be available for something else rather than this bundle event. So we'll have to see on that. Moving on, as always, I'll be showing my recommended ship build and captain skills, talk about the ship stats, and my overall opinion on the ship is good. I do have two particular builds for the Rhode Island. First is the typical build, which is interchangeable with the Montana, which will be shown. You can just use the standard build, or you can take improved repair party readiness instead. Either your choice on that one if you want to do that. The second one is more of a lot of you secondary build enjoyers, similar to Georgia, Massachusetts, or Ohio. And if you guys also want to just put on a Massachusetts captain on this, or the Georgia captain or Ohio, you can also do that as well. You don't have to put up this particular build. If you're going to run a secondary build, just do whatever secondary build you want. This is just a recommendation, so have at it. Have all the fun you want. Now, for captains, for particular captains, I highly recommend you use John Doe or Halsey, as they have enhanced gun feeder skill, which is extremely useful for catching ships that show broadside. I recommend the full tank build on the Rhode Island due to the fact the ship is too fragile to normally get good use out of her secondaries. But for PvE modes like operations, which... oh yeah, you can't use in operations. Yeah, rip. But you do have asymmetricals, which can be fun, or co-op. The PvE mode secondary build is perfectly fine. The Rhode Island was one of the several proposals for a fast battleship that eventually accumulated in the Iowa class battleships. Compared to other designs, the Rhode Island mounts 12 14-inch guns in 3 quad turrets that were originally meant for the North Carolina BBs. That's a very interesting fact. In game, the lineage is evident as the Rhode Island uses the exact same hull as the Tier 9 Georgia and very similar guns to the Tier 7 Florida. The main difference between the Tier 9 Georgia hull and this will be shown. The Georgia does have 32mm bow and aft, while this ship only has the 27mm bow and aft. So ships that have the bigger guns are gonna be able to go through your bows, so good luck with that. Now, the Rhode Island is a very fast boy with all speed boosts activated. She is the fastest BB in the game with a max speed of 43 knots. That is incredibly quick, incredibly quick. Her turning radius and rudder shift time are also good, making her an extremely maneuverable BB. She even retains the fastest repair party, but the Rhode Island is still not meant for tankiness due to her low 74k HP pool and the 27mm bow / stern, which I just talked about. Now, your 38mm deck armor is still useful, but the Rhode Island will die faster than her fast repair party can plug the leaks. And again, the ship does have a low HP pool. Like, if this ship had like a 90k HP pool, I could see how it could be a lot more tanky, but only having 74k, yeah, it's super low health, which can really be a detriment to the ship's survival if you're trying to be super aggressive. The 12 356mm guns won't overmatch most cruisers, but their insane accuracy more than compensates for this. On top of that, her AP does have a slight improved bounce angles, pretty similar to the Russian heavy cruisers like the Petro line pretty much. If you catch a broadside cruiser with those guns, it's going to hurt a crap ton, even if it doesn't Citadel, against heavily angled targets. You can always fall back on your accurate HE salvos, which just do massive amount of damage. In fact, the Rhode Island is one of the best HE spamming BBs in the game, only falling behind the British BBs in damage output. So the T-Trinkers got us on that one, unfortunately. Pretty much, if you just imagine being a DD getting radar like this poor fella here by the Rhode Island, and then seeing 12 HE shells just stacked on top of each other about to obliterate your ship, it is a pretty horrifying sight, to say the least. And yes, you did hear me right. The Rhode Island does have a 9-kilometer radar, the same as the Stop. But unfortunately, you won't be able to use it very often. But when you do catch a broadside ship in smoke, you're just going to absolutely obliterate it. Plus, it's also better than having a spotter or a fighter plane, so I'll take the radar over that. The anti-air is quite good, as normally most American ships are, as you expect from an American battleship. It's not the Vermont level of good, though, due to the lack of DFAA, but it will still punish most CV players. Same can be said as for her secondaries. They're pretty much the exact same as Georgia, so if you guys want to build into secondaries, have at you, have the time of your life, brawling with it. Now, it's still good by tier 10 standards, but definitely far behind other secondary focused BBs like the Schlieffen or even the Ohio. It's just mainly due to the lack of durability to sustain prolonged engagements at close range. If the ship had more HP, it would definitely be a great brawler due to how fast the reload is, the good HE, overall tankiness is good, but the problem is it's just the HP. The HP is way too low, and that 27mm bow/stern just makes it where it's not going to do the best against other heavy tier 10 battleships. It's not going to be a fun time. Overall, I would say that the Rhode Island is to be a very solid BB. She definitely has her drawbacks though, but these are forgivable for her high potential when used properly. She sort of plays like a big radar cruiser that could switch between HE damage farming BBs and finishing broadside ships. In the late game, her 9-kilometer radar is a huge advantage at keeping BBs away. Most players don't expect you to have radar, so you're able to get in close, get most out of your critical first salvo when you rush them with that radar. The ship also goes so fast that if you're able to, you're actually able to run down a lot of the slower tier 8, 9 DDs. So if you go into matches where you're up tier and you're fighting lower tier DDs, you're gonna have a ball just running those DDs down, just going max, because the engine boost is a 15% engine boost. And you can, if you build into it, you can, which I recommend, of course, it goes up to 3 minutes of a 15% boost. And if you have Brisk, I had to remember what it was. If you have Brisk on it, it does really, really, really well. It's amazing and a lot of fun to do. Now, on top of it being a good ship, I also find her pretty fun. The Rhode Island just zips around the map while landing pinpoint accurate salvos. You do have to be careful not to yellow into 6 ships, but she is definitely a joy to sail around. Now, throughout most of these replays, I do have, I think I have like 2-3 matches put in here for this particular, these replays. I think I have 2 and like a smaller one that I got a nice CV kill in, because, you know, it's always fun to, you know, kill some CVs, you know? It's always fun. It's always a good time. It's always a good time. But again, you are able to get the ship from the upcoming USCV event, which will be from a random bundle drop. Also, I'll be having a video come out on the Essex sooner or later. I'm not sure when. I still have to get that in the works. Haven't really figured that one out yet. I still got to figure out when I'm gonna do that, but yeah, that's gonna be fun. But anyway, I know for sure that the Rhode Island has definitely been a very highly anticipated ship. I got asked all the time when this ship was coming out, all the time. When's it coming out? When's it coming out? It's pretty much the meme. It's pretty much a meme, right? It's like a Florida, Georgia. What other ship was it? Missouri. Just all the American special ships just put together. It's all the little gimmicks put into one ship. It's pretty hilarious in that regard if you think about it, with like how many little gimmicks are put into the ship. Just because it's like a Florida because of how many guns it has, 356s. It's like a Georgia with the secondaries and then the speed boost. And it's like, well, in the secondary, so yeah, it's all that. And the Missouri for its radar, but it does have a 9-kilometer radar and not a 9.5 kilometer radar like the Missouri, so unfortunately not a Missouri. Close though, close, but no cigar. One thing I did have issue though when I was playing this ship was the matchmaking. I would been having absolute terrible matchmaking. Sorry, I was just taking a drink real quick, but I've been having such issues with matchmaking as of late. There has been so many subs, man. An absolute crap ton of subs. It's actually insane. I haven't seen as many subs as there has been. Like, it seems like after the new, there's been a lot of subs. It's been crazy, man. I see a bunch of U-45s running around, and oh lord, oh boy. It's like, would I rather suffer with CVs or rather suffer with subs? And normally I would say I'd rather suffer with subs, but as of late, it's almost like I'd rather suffer with CVs over subs, just from how many of them are like, ugh. It's a tragedy, man. Absolute tragedy. Like, I've been getting like for tier 10, I've gotten one CV match with like triple subs. The worst I had was a Malta with one U-25 and two U-45s, and that, oh man, that match alone wanted me to rage quit the game, dude. It was, oh lord, that match was a nightmare. Absolute travesty, man. But anyway, one issue I've had though with this ship is, even though the guns are 356s, I've overpinned a lot of, I've done overpins to a lot of cruisers with this thing, especially with, like, you're gonna see up like in a minute or two against this D7 that's over here. I overpin that thing, and I'm trying to remember if I aim too high on it, and that's why. I'm gonna wait and see here, because the first shot I do a bunch of I do 2 pins and 3 overpins. No, I can't read because the damn screen's too small. There was 1 pin and 3 overpins, which is all right. It's all right. It's not the best, but not the worst. Now I'm trying to see if I aim too low here, because he's angled to the left toward me, right? He's angled toward me. I even aimed low. Yeah. Sheesh, man. It looks like I aimed like slightly too low, or I aimed at the right spot, just the shot dropped. I don't know. I was furious at that shot, to say the least. I was absolutely furious, because I wanted that D7 so bad. I wanted him dead, gone, zilch, nada. Wanted him off the map, you know? And it's like, oh, rip. Because as of late, it's like, I've been noticing that as of late, like we've all been noticing over the last few months or so, is like when ships are broadside, they just don't get as punished anymore like they used to. Back maybe like a year and a half, 2 years ago, when a ship was broadside, like a cruiser, it got punished, right? It got punished. It was broadside, you got punished, you got death struck. Now it's like you just overpin it. So I don't know what's with that. Maybe it's just because a lot of the newer ships have like faster shells, and maybe that's why. I don't know, who knows. Maybe one of you guys in chat can let me know about that one. But yeah, the Rhode Island versus Zeiton, it's not gonna go very well for the Zeiton. I know a lot of people aren't a fan of that particular battleship, but I actually really enjoy the ship. The rear gun, the one rear gun being 360 is really nice. And make sure you can always have the front gun and the rear gun normally. If you're doing a push, you can always have those working in tandem to make sure you have enough, you have a nice little DPM going between them. It's really nice in that regard. I like it a lot. But yeah, this match I just wanted to show the CV kill in this one, because you know I always love killing CVs. They're always fun. It's always fun to kill some CVs, you know. I love it very much. It's a lot of fun to do. Yeah, one HE. That's nice. That's nice. It's a nice little fire there. I do wish that this ship wasn't just available for the bundle event. That kind of disappoints me. I was hoping this ship would be used for like coal or steel. I don't know, research bureau. Like, I don't know. I don't like the fact that like a tier 10 is being like auctioned pretty much for money. I'm not the biggest fan of that, really. It's like this is going into the whole like we just spent, like, I don't know, we just got over the Christmas event, right? Everyone, like, I don't think a lot of people are going to be buying this ship just off the fact that I know a lot of people save purely for the Santa event, and now it's over, the Santa event's over, so people just spend all their money for Santa. So it's like, why would people really want to spend their money now, out of all things, right? It's like, I don't really see the point in why people would. I really don't. So yeah, I don't really think a lot of people will get the ship just off that pure reason, because everyone just spent. Yeah, because people just spent from the Black Friday event, then there's the Kitakami event, there's the Santa container event, and now we have this. I don't think people are going to really spend that much on this. And then we also have the US carrier event that's coming up too. And honestly, I don't think a lot of people are going to spend a lot of money on that one either. Because there aren't that many CV players.
Concentrate fire.
There aren't that many of them. Compared to like battleships, cruisers, and DDs. I don't really see that many. I will say though, the Essex is a nice support CV, but I'm not the biggest fan of the fact that 2 of its squadrons are the specialty squadrons, where there's an infinite amount of them and it's just a consumable. That kind of takes the whole get away from CVs. That makes it more like, oh yeah, I'm never gonna actually run out of planes because they're just consumables, you know? And that kind of aggravates me in that regard. So it's like, why would the CV care about saving planes when they're just consumables, right? There's no real fear factor on them losing the planes. That's kind of my biggest gripe about it. Also, if you guys do not know, I also did get partnered with World of Warships with the WoW's Commander tier 1 sub thing on my channel, where if you guys are tier 1 subbed on YouTube, you do get a special reward mission for a super container. I believe that's like once a month, I believe is how it works. I'm not sure how often it is. I believe it's once a month. I would have to double check with that. I believe it's like once a month, or maybe more than once a month, but pretty much when you're tier 1 sub with the Wild's Commander thing for my channel on YouTube, you get the special reward thing, and of course all that money goes to me, helps support me and me being able to make more YouTube videos. So I do appreciate everyone that's done that so far. A lot of new people have done that, so thank you guys for all the support. Do greatly appreciate it. I am very happy that I have radar on this ship, because I would not have gotten that submarine. I'm very, very, very happy for that. Because if that submarine would have got away, oh man, dude, that would have been so aggravating, dude. Super, super, super aggravating. But yeah, unfortunately in this particular match, I didn't really get to do as much as I wanted to. This match was just more of a supportive kind of role, is to say. Early on I did a little push, and then in the later part I was more of a sub hunter thing, which, you know, battleships aren't really sub hunting, so it's kind of a oof on that regard. I just had a lot of trouble finding like a really strong match with this ship, just due to how matchmaking was. Because whenever I found out about this video and I started like getting replays, it was also just absolute worst matchmaking of all time. Yeah, it was not a fun endeavor at all. I feel like a lot of people were still hungover from New Year's, and that's probably why. So I'm guessing that was like the reason for that one. Probably. All those New Year resolutions and everyone having fun with all the drinking probably is what happened, honestly. Probably. Not gonna deny. Unfortunately, I didn't really drink anything for New Year's, though. I know a lot of people that drunk, though, but I was not one of them. A lot. Like, there was like so many people that came by that were drunk. It was actually insane. If you guys did drink on New Year's, what did you guys drink, if you want to let me know? I'm actually curious what you guys drank for New Year's. I personally don't really drink too much, so I just drink some sparkling grape juice. But I know some people drink wine, some people drink whiskey, some moonshine if it's legal where they were at, of course. What else is there? Rum. We had some nice rum enjoyers that came by. I do enjoy some rum from time to time, but it's a pretty rare enjoyment. Now, this particular match I put up because this person particularly asked me not to because of their meme div, and I just wanted to put up as like a funny meme thing. So if you're watching, yeah, I put it up, man. Yep. Disaster. Now, I didn't put up the whole replay, only part of it, so you're not gonna see all of the suffering, but, you know, I just wanted to include that little part because I thought it was pretty funny. I thought it was funny. So I just wanted to have a little chat interaction from in-game with them there. It's always funny interacting with the community sometimes. Sometimes the community can be wholesome and funny, and sometimes it can be nightmare fuel. You know, it's a plus or minus, you know. You get what you're dealt with. But in this particular match, I just W'd in when I knew where the Curfirst was because of where the DD was. You guys will see it in a little bit with how I did it. Normally, I'm not very like super aggressive in this thing because, again, you don't have a lot of HP to work with. So if you're just W'ing into a GK, yeah, just say goodbye to your life. You're not going to last very long. GK will absolutely just dumpster your health pool. It's not going to be fun for you, but it'll be a hell of a lot fun for the GK. You'll have a wonderful time just farming you away, taking away all of your HP, you know, all that health, all that goodness. So spot on, man, spot on. But again, though, if you guys are interested in the Rhode Island, I'd say definitely check it out. It should be available on the Wednesday or Thursday. Wednesday for the US, Thursday for the EU and Asia, I believe. Be around when the update's gonna be. Oh yeah, I forgot the WoW's Classic. Yeah, I'll be casting WoW's Classic tourney coming up on as well on the 13th, 14th, and 20th and 21st. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. That's gonna be a lot of fun. I'll be doing a casting for that tourney, so that's gonna be fun. I've been trying to cast like more tourneys other than COTS as of late. So I got myself signed up to cast the WoW's Classic. It's pretty much a tourney where it's limited on the newer ships that are put into the game, so pretty much it uses a lot of the older ships. So the meta is a lot. So the ships that are being used are a lot of like the older ones, like Des Moines, Salem, Mosfa. Like normally the older ships, not like the newer ones. It's very limited on what's used. So it's a lot of fun to see how the like old meta is compared to the new one. So we'll definitely see how that tourney goes. I mean, as you can see right now, I'm dealing with I wanted to push up to radar the Druid. So right now I'm trying to dodge this submarine and figure where the hell he's at. And he's single firing his torpedoes, which is a new one. He's not even, he's not pinging either to not give away his location, but from how he's kinda just launching from the same spot, it's pretty clear where he's at. I know he's not too far away because of the distance from the torpedoes are. So I was kind of just doing a wild guess and I finally hit him. But yeah, I normally do not see... Oh, this is a U-25, not a U-45. I'm stupid. Yeah, U-25. My bad. It's a U-25, not a U-45. If this was a U-45, he'd be way more maneuverable. But a U-25 can just sit bow in a lot of the time. But normally you always want to keep moving when you're in a sub, because if you don't, you're going to suffer tremendously. It's not going to be a fun time at all. No. But yeah, I wish all subs played like that guy, because that'd be really nice to get him out of the match quickly, but unfortunately my dream will never come true in that regard. But yeah, same old. But yeah, though, if you guys have any questions or concerns about the Rhode Island, you can always ask them in the comments or ask me on stream. Well, since today is whenever the patch comes out, well, since the end date's off today, as of January 8th, I will be on stream playing this ship a lot and maybe some of the SX. But we'll see about the SX. I'm not the biggest CV enjoyer, so we'll see. I did feel bad about accidentally pinging the sub because he thought I was asking him to use a submarine surveillance, but I was trying to ask the Napoli to push around. And so I was asking for support to get him to push around there. So I kind of felt bad because I made the sub use submarine surveillance when he didn't need to. So rip me, I guess. And yeah, that Des Moines really wanted me, but the Napoli did a good job and saved me there and got the kill on him. So 07 to him, give him a little nice comp there. So, but yeah, thank you guys again for watching. If you guys have any concerns or questions, just let me know in the comments down below. But thanks for all being here, and hope you guys have yourself a wonderful 2024. And yeah, we'll come up with new goodies in the future. But yeah, you guys have yourself a good one, and talk to y'all later. Blah.